Hello and welcome. Now we know about AMI, but when we are creating our EC2 instance, we need to select instance type as well. First of all, let's look at from where we are getting this. So if you go to create your EC2 instance, right, here we are giving name of our instance, then we are selecting AMI, and then we have instance type option. Now, if you talk about like what is the use case of this, right? So suppose if you are going to buy new laptop, the vendor will ask you that why you are purchasing this laptop. Suppose if you are telling them that, okay, I am purchasing this laptop for my normal task, like I'm writing some documents using Microsoft Word, creating some PPT, watching some movie on the OTP. He will suggest you the laptop worth rupees 30,000, very normal laptop, moderate kind of machine, which is having a moderate amount of RAM, right? And i3 processor. So you just need to spend 30,000 rupees. Same way, if you are telling them that, okay, I want to play game, right? He will suggest you gaming machine. And in this case, you have to spend more. Now, same way, when you are creating virtual machine over here, yes, our use case is not desktop type use case over here. We are creating server in this environment. Now, we have different kind of server with different requirements. So, for example, I want to host my application over there. Now, when you are hosting application, in this particular machine, the processor, CPU must be very strong. If you are hosting database server, then storage must be strong. If you have database with in-memory configuration requirement, RAM must be very good. So, based on your different requirement, you can choose different type of virtual machine. In the previous video, we already discussed about ARM, right? So if you want to create ARM-based processor, or if you want to create a virtual machine based on ARM processor, you can also select this kind of specific instance type from here. Now, if you go to the compare instance type, here you will get this kind of instance name and type and all this. So here what they are actually providing. See here, we are having T2. Now, what is the meaning of T? T means all-purpose kind of instance. So, there is a specific meaning of all this first character. Then we have like T2 and T3 as well. Now, T2 is old generation, T3 is newer generation than T2. Same way, here they are providing that, okay, how many virtual CPU we have, what is the architecture, ARM-based or x86, how much RAM you are going to get, storage, right? So this is like all the details you are going to get over here. Now, one thing that you need to understand is, suppose if I am going to select T2 extra large, I am getting 4 virtual CPU, 16 GB of RAM. Suppose if I am going to select T2 large, right? T2 extra 2x large, look at this. Virtual CPU will be double and memory will be double as well. So when you are selecting this extra large having a specific configuration, 2x large will double the configuration. If you are going to select 4x large, then it even double the configuration. If the configuration is double, price will be double as well. So here you will get list of all the type of EC2 instances. Suppose if I am selecting A, right, A1. A1 means ARM-based processor, okay. So now, we just need to understand this very briefly, that what are the meanings of all this. So here I have this mind map and I covered almost all type of instance in this particular mind map. If you look at the first option we have over here is D, right. So instance name starting from D. What is the meaning of D over here? D means dense storage. Specifically, if you want high level of storage, if you are storing big data, right? massive parallel processing is happening for the data. In this case, you can select any instance with type D. So selection is really very easy because you have to ask your vendor, right, that you want to create EC2 instance. Why? If your vendor is saying that, okay, we want to host big data kind of load over here, you can select this D. Same way, if you talk about A, I already discussed you about this. A means ARM-based processor. Then I means IOPS. IOPS means input output. The data that you are storing, right? Input request and output request per second. If the higher IO you have, the speed of the data storage will be high. Reading speed and storage speed will be very high. So if your application requirement is high IOPS, you can select any instance starting from I. Then we have R. R means RAM. You will get extra strong RAM if you are selecting any instance starting with R. T means cheap general purpose. Right? When you are going to select this, you have balance of CPU, storage, RAM, everything will be balanced and it is like the cheaper one. Then we have M, main choice. Again, if you want to go, like if you want to select high but not as cheaper as T, then you can select M. Again, here we have balance of everything for general purpose. Then we have compute. If you want to host application, you want that your application requirement of CPU is very high, then you can select C. Then we have G, means graphics. So if you want to do some graphical work and you want graphics processor over there, you can select instance starting with G. Then we have F. F for field programming gateway array, FPGA, real-time video processing, right? So if you have like a streaming platform kind of thing, you are hosting this particular application over there. Sometime we can say that the example of live cricket or football matches, okay, you are doing live streaming of this. Even OTT platform are doing this kind of thing. They required F, right? Instance type starting with F. Then we have P for PICs, general purpose GPU for machine learning